By this stage, you know, there isn't much treatment really happening. It's just about trying to get over the treatment they've given you. So this is my life, and specifically for this episode, my life involves my mum coming to visit me and being a sneaky bellend after ignoring my instructions not to come up. I complain about what the mouthwashes are doing to my teeth, and I chat a little bit about the neutropenic diet. So yeah, anyway, let's get going. Right, so it is Thursday the 10th of October. The camera's pointing this way, Mum. My mum was not meant to be coming in because my mum has a cough and has had a cough for 3 or 4 weeks now that she can't shift. And my mum is a shit. I love my mum, but she's a shit. She's out there. That's my mum. She came up here. She came up here when I told her not to. There, that annoying older lady is my mum. What are you doing? There my mum is, being very pleased with herself for being such a sneaky shit. You shouldn't be here. I told you not to. You are not meant to be here. You've travelled an hour and a half. I'm going to stand outside some pissing glass.
That's fine, I just wanted to see you.
Well, here I am.
Yeah, I just wanted to see you and you were fine. Yeah. Well, that's not good, is it?
It's not bad. Oh. Well, there you go. I've just shown Mum the party trick from the room. Yeah, it's quite clever, isn't it?
That's magic.
Some sort of electrical charge, I don't know, makes it opaque. She's an annoying lady. Goodbye, Mum. Love you, Mum. You were annoying. But thank you. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
But yes, now you're going to go and spend 2 hours sat in a coffee shop waiting for Claire. You're well annoying.
Have you? I'll phone you later.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you, Mum. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's annoying. Mum's always a little bit sick. Like always, perpetually a little bit sick. She's a lovely lady, but a sickly old lady. My mum watches these, I think, and she will not appreciate that I just called her an old lady, but I'm afraid in that particular moment, I was annoyed at you, Mum, and you were a silly old lady. Bit of a pain, obviously, with me being in here, and I think she's felt really guilty that she's not been able to come in, so I told her not to come up, and I thought she'd listen to me. I really thought she'd listened, but it turns out that when you're in your 60s and your kids are telling you what to do, you don't always want to listen to them. I mention this more when I get out, but it does apply while I'm still in hospital as well. Basically what happens is you become the patient. So you are in hospital or you come out and you're still a bit sick, all that kind of stuff. So what happens is that people tend to ignore what you say. They would listen very quietly and then completely fucking ignore everything I just said. So she's brought me out the big bag of snacks, which I'll quickly go through now. So now the big problem with snacks, obviously when you're in the hospital, is the neutropenic diet. Crisps should be fairly fine. Nature Valley bars, probably not. There's nuts in there, so that'll be a no-go. More crisps are good. Frutella sweets, I do like sweets. I'm gonna do that, although with my teeth being what they are, which I'll talk about more later. I'm not sure I'm gonna hit those. Chocolates, good. Straws, yummy. Favorite sweets. White Kit Kat bars, bloody delicious. I think it's a default position for mums to be feeders. I mean, when you look in that bag, it is made up of 70 to 80% sugar. I mean, I know I've complained about my teeth being stained from the Nystan and stuff, but given the amount of sweets that were in that bag, I really should just be pleased that I've got any left at all. More crackers. This is very good. I like crackers. I've also brought up like a bag in a very mum way. It's all packed with individual sachets of hot chocolate and my own special mug. It's horrifying and would be really difficult to drink from, but it's very sweet of her to bring it. So thank you, Mum. So my little tiny fridge here. So I've got the old milks that I can probably now no longer have because I'm only allowed to have it for a day. Got some yogurts, but they haven't said I can't have the yogurts after a day. The dates are quite good on those, so I'll ask. Neutropenic diet stuff basically means that you can't have milk that's been open for a long time. So every morning they bring you a fresh pint of milk that goes with the cereal they give you for breakfast. If you don't then consume the rest of that milk throughout the day, it just gets thrown away. You can't give it to anybody else, you can't have it yourself the next day, so it gets binned. I think the yogurts were fine, they've got a longer shelf life date, and obviously you don't open them and then have some more yogurt the next day. The thing that surprised me most though, that I didn't know, was that my squash, I had squash with me that I would put in the water. I wasn't meant to have that because it had been open for more than a couple of days. So yeah, neutropenic diets, I've talked about before, and apparently evidence-based, there's not a huge amount of it, but if you're going to follow it, be very careful. She got me these peanuts. I don't think I can have that, which sucks. And yogurts. So that's not bad. It's a pretty good haul, really. Right, so not the most flattering angle for a vlog, but the reason I'm doing this one is because I've been noticing over the last few days that my teeth are looking really, really bad, and I assumed that was something to do with the chemo, like in a weird thing, like kind of like when ladies are pregnant, their teeth get really bad because the babies steal all the calcium. Wasn't sure if that was some sort of chemo thing, but it turns out it's not. It's the mouthwashes they've given me. Now, based on the colouring of my teeth, I'm going to try and show you. It's going to be a lovely, lovely view. All right. I was really embarrassed by this stage about my teeth. I was embarrassed to smile. I was embarrassed for people to see my teeth, to think that's how I keep them all the time. They've never been pearly white, as it were, you know, but they're not terrible. So this didn't make me feel very good. You see that really, really horrible staining? And I look like I'm like a 40-year smoker. So I assumed it was the Nystrum, Bistrum.
My name is Culler, First Maj of the Kazon Nystrum.
Any other geeks out there? Anybody recognise who that is? Great show. Great show. Ah, white by the window. I'm told, apparently the reason for the staining is the Corsadil, because that's basically like completely bleaches your mouth, and it really damages your enamel. So the Corsadil is to blame. And I think the reason it's so bad, and this is just my guess, it's not what anybody's told me, is that I've been doing I think I've got my setup wrong. So I usually do the Corsadil and then do the Nystrum, and then swallow it. So, but the problem is the Nystrum has that sort of browny kind of colour. So I think I'm bleaching my teeth, killing the enamel, and then I'm swishing around, like literally swishing around for a full minute, some really brown, horrible, iffy stuff, and then swallowing it and not washing out my mouth afterwards, because I thought you were meant to leave it in there to protect your mouth. And that's what's doing it. Research suggests that I can go to the dentist, get it cleaned afterwards, and it will come off, but it looks bloody horrible. Like, my smile is okay ordinarily. I've got this fucking great big gap there, but ordinarily. So the camera died at the opportune moment there. I think it was trying to tell me not to do any more close-ups of my teeth. Lunch has arrived. So what we got today? Omelette with veg. Man vlogs the delights of hospital food, and in this case it's fully upgraded because they've actually put cheese on the omelette. When they don't put extra cheese on it, basically the whole thing is just like a large, flat, scrambled egg. I find the veg most disagreeable, but the omelette isn't bad, and this lady Sue has obviously put lots of cheese on it. Earlier on, I was in the middle of showing you my teeth, and the camera died because the card was full, which I never expected to happen because I brought a 256GB card with me into the hospital. So it's slightly horrifying to think that's how much I filmed. The dietitian came to see me. She talked through some of the additional supplement options for food. So hopefully I'll be having some exciting food reviews for you later on. And then a man came in, and I didn't film him, I should have, and he took a water sample from that tap. The gentleman who came in to check the taps for Legionnaire's disease was a proper man's, a blokey bloke. I am more of a boy man and not a blokey bloke. So the half an hour of conversation was really awkward. Here for around 35 minutes. It was a very long time. We made some conversation. Bought a new enamel strengthening toothpaste. I'm going to see my dentist as soon as I can to get that shit removed. But yeah, becoming very conscious now of using the mouthwashes. Old Chris doesn't know it yet, but very soon he will choose to stop doing the mouthwashes because of the staining on his teeth. He will not inform anybody of this because he's afraid of being told off.
Oreo.
An Oreo! Oh, that is quite cool, Monkey. That's very, very lucky. It's now 4 o'clock. We are still on the... Who's ringing me? From the Ukraine. How strange. I'm not going to answer that. I'm not completely ignorant. Usually I will answer the phone even if I don't recognise the number because I use my phone for work. But in this instance, it seemed quite unlikely that somebody from the Ukraine was calling to ask me to film their wedding. I've told I need to have another juice. So today I'm going for one of the big bottles. It's called a Frasubin Juicy drink. It's pineapple flavour. I'm told these are not as good. Juice style, high caloric, oral nutrient supplement, fat and fibre free. No information. Drink it. Let's try that. Oh, it smells like pineapple juice, and I don't mind pineapple juice, so hopefully this should be fairly straightforward. It's not bad. It's pineapple juice with a funky twang. But it's okay. It's fairly refreshing. Maybe some soups and stuff that I've been assured I'm going to get to try as well. I'm trying the full repertoire. If nothing else, to give me something to talk about. Keep smiling, and I will speak to you later. And I really need to think about that. I'm not sure if I like this keep smiling thing. I'm trying it because like YouTubers and vloggers, they have like a sign off, but it feels really weird. I feel like a bit of a twat. Might try finishing 2 ways, so keep smiling. There is some stuff I cut out where I come across like a proper moody bastard, but in this instance, you know, the stupid sign-off is pretty acceptable to me, so twatish though it may make me seem, it gets to stay. So, speak to you later. Yeah, that's it for now. Ta-ta. Okay, so it's night time on the, it's on the Thursday, the 10th of October. I can't even remember what I've done today. Honestly, no idea. My memory is, I've just been delivered a tasty soup that is protein fortified. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to adequately angle this towards the camera without like pouring the whole thing over the tripod. So I'm gonna try it. Now I was told even by the dietitian that apparently it's not very nice. So I'm not expecting it to be very good. And it's not fully mixed in. There's some powdery stuff. Yeah, it smells okay. I'm quite interested to see what it's gonna be like. Okay, slightly funky, not terrible, but slightly funky. Let's give it a go. It almost tastes good when you first have it, and there's a funny taste that follows up afterwards. I remember that soup. That soup is not very nice. I don't know why I'm pretending it's okay. It was terrible, and I never had another one again. The main issue here is the significant lumpage that I find inside, which is not quite so appetizing. To be honest, while I'm here, the new foods are quite interesting. You know, it's a high point of the day to try this new stuff. Funny old evening, really. Spoke to my wife. My son isn't very well, which means he's probably not gonna be able to come up for a little while. I think I mentioned earlier on that the reg for today said that they thought the numbers, like the information was different, so he thought I might be out Monday or Tuesday. Neutrophils are up to 0.2, so who knows? I might be out by Monday or Tuesday, which would be quite cool. My wife thinks that's optimistic, but we will wait and see. That's it. I'm going to call it a day. I'm trying the new lighting setup again. I think I've got the light up too high. It's giving my head this sort of like shiny dome, Lex Luthor style quality. But it looks quite nice. It's visually quite interesting. As it is, you get shaky handheld most of the time, or set up on my little hospital table next to me. I am going to go now, and I will update you again tomorrow. Keep smiling, and I'll speak to you later. There, that face. That's the moment I realised the soup is disgusting. It gets worse. I didn't expect to film this bit, but I was in bed and rubbed my head, and it looked like I had sort of mauled a short-haired Jack Russell. So yeah, I thought it was worth documenting. Okay, so what we're looking at is the continued hair loss. So I don't know how much you can see here. Right, so if I've put some cream on my head, if I now wipe my head, following putting cream on there, you'll see the tissue is very hairy. Honestly, I also didn't really expect the hair to keep falling out. I kind of thought like my hair had fallen out, I'd shaved it, it was done. No, that wasn't the way of things. My hair would keep falling out for a few weeks afterwards until I was completely egged. Let's see what happens if I scratch my head like this. Have we got it? Have we got it? Yeah. Big, disgusting clumps of hair. Done! Funny looking back, seeing my mum come and visit. It's a strange thing, really. You know, she is a complete plonker. I love her dearly, but she is a plonker, and it was annoying that she didn't listen to me. But I kind of see her point, really. Like, I imagine now myself as a parent, even when my son, who is 4 now, in 30 years, when he's in his mid-30s, same as me, if he's going through something like that, if he's in hospital, I'm going to want to go and see him. I'm going to want to be there for him. So to be a parent and to literally have the thing that they're going through be the reason you can't be there to help, I can imagine that being really difficult. So I know if I were in that situation, I would go up and I would wait outside the glass doors and annoy him terribly. So yeah, as annoying as I found it at the time, I really do get it. My teeth, like I've mentioned, I was really self-conscious about, and I remained self-conscious for quite a while. 4 months later, the majority of the staining is off, like so 80 to 90% of it is gone, like through normal brushing. I'm at a point now where, you know, I'm too old to be spending $4 to fix the gap in my teeth, but I'm not above spending a little bit of money to get them whitened if the rest of it stays, you know, in the next month when I go back to work. But that is it for this one. I am done. Next one, I think I talked mostly about spasming off the GSF injections, which is something I didn't expect. Did I also do anything else? Oh, and I get a little bit upset because I made a mistake, basically, with a client while I was in hospital, and they got quite annoyed at me, and I couldn't fix it. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. I really appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you, and I will see you next time. So, following on from the last one, yeah, without, and, blah, blah. I think it's the default. I mean, given how much I used to, but really given how many sweets I used to eat, so neutropenic, what was I going to say? At least then, the gentleman, boy, man, why am I doing that? He will not inform the number, but I decided that it's in, there is some stuff I cut. Twashish though, maybe, and scratched. I didn't expect it. My teeth. This has got very dark. Where I'm done again. So